Greetings everyone, I'm History Dude and thank you for joining me on our journey through time. Today I'll be sharing with you Norfolk, Virginia's historical Freemason Street. This street ends at the harbor and is laden with cobblestones that were once ballasts on colonial ships. Lining the street are houses spanning over 300 years with various styles of architecture. You can find these houses along Norfolk's historical Cannonball Trail. The first house I would like to show you is the Selden House. It was erected in 1807 and originally built in the Federal style, but later many Victorian additions were implemented. Dr. William B. Selden served as Surgeon General of the Confederate Army, but after the Confederates fled Norfolk, his house served as headquarters for Union occupation troops. After the war, a grand reception was held here in 1870 for General Robert E. Lee. Today, the Selden Market in downtown Norfolk still bears the name of Dr. Selden. The next house I would like to share with you is the summer home of John Carey Weston. Erected in 1870, this high Victorian Italianate house with a mansard roof displays its original cast iron veranda. Weston was one of the founders of the Albemarle and Chesapeake Canal Company. The next building I would like to show you is the Old Norfolk Public Library, which was erected in 1904. In 1901, John B. Jenkins and Barton Myers applied to the philanthropist Andrew Carnegie for a grant to build a new library and received the promise of $50,000 on the condition that the city appropriate $5,000 for maintenance. Located across the street from the Selden House, the children of William Selden gave the land on Freemason Street as the site for the new library and as a memorial to their father. Another house on the Cannonball Trail is the George Wisham Roper House. Built in 1901, this colonial revival was built by the founder of the Norfolk Shipbuilding and Dry Dock Corporation. Next up is the Camp Hubbard House, built in 1852. This classic example of the Greek Revival architecture style features a one-story portico flanked by paired Ionic columns. The Addington Petty Dixon House, also built in 1852, was originally built as a two-story house in the Greek Revival style. A mansard roof and third story were added in 1870. Its distinctive red brick facade, accented by powder blue shutters, has been lovingly restored to pristine condition. The home features distinctive iron fencing, and the original carriage house can be seen in the rear. Still attached to the carriage house is a porcelain street sign that was used until modern-day signs were put up in its place. Next on the Cannonball Trail is the William E. C. Ellis House, built in 1869. This Italianate brick house features a heavy cornice with paired brackets, which is typical of this architectural style. The house became the residence of Judge Thomas Hamlin Wilcox, who served as Norfolk's Commonwealth's attorney from 1886 to 1894. Lastly, we have the James W. Hunter House. Built in 1894, this Romanesque Gothic edifice features porticos, turrets, and a gargoyle atop of the front gable. The house stayed in the family until 1965, when it was donated to be a public Victorian museum that is still open to this day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, hit those like and subscribe buttons down below and leave me a comment. I'm your local historian, and that's History Dude.